Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launching of DVD of film CKB Team. And today we have the cast and crew. Myself, Param Sivan, would like to welcome you to this little segment. We're going to talk to you about CKB Team. We'll be sharing a little bit of experience with the cast and the crew here. Hello, hi and welcome. Hello guys.
Hey.
Thank you for coming in a very short notice. I'm here in Fiji, in the hometown of humidity. And हमारे साथ है संजीव नहीं क्या नाम इसके मल्होत्रा संदीप शाह शेजली है साधु IK साधु and Rahul Sarath Wazil and Mr. Surendra Singh and Vrinda. So guys, let us share our experiences and the thoughts. Let's get serious. Ki Chatai is finally released on a DVD. First of all, give your thoughts quickly. Janjan mange apan inputs there. Give your thoughts about Chatai. I mean, I know it's not a very big budget, it's a very small budget, but we've done something, we've accomplished something. Fiji people have seen it, some said good, some said bad, but it's a low budget. So, I'm happy the film is released and we should all be happy. Film banana ek kaam hai, release karna dusra baat hai. So, that's the biggest achievement on our own. So, share your experiences. I will start from Sandeep first.
The one thing I should say about this movie is one word: funny. Really, a well-made movie. Overall funny, and all the cast and crew, they did a good job. Yes, I mean, after the movie, when it got released, there was a lot of positive comments, and everyone loved it. And that made me happy. And overall, during the shooting of the movie, it was fun. And yeah, I'm glad it's finally released and people are enjoying it.
Wonderful.
For me, this movie is a mark and a start for a lot of things in my life. I pretty much decided to make a career movement, a career change into the acting world. So CKB Team was like an awesome opportunity for me to start that and get really good experience. Albeit a small budget project, a small project altogether with very limited crew, but it like gave me a really good experience to see how a film is made. So that was a really great opportunity. And for me, like obviously I'm from overseas and now I live in India, so it was nice to sort of come back home to Fiji and work on a movie and be here, like the locations, and meet some great people and become some really good friends now with the cast and with the crew as well. So it's gonna be there, it's a big mark on my life. It's a great memory, it's a great life event for me. And it was a great experience. We got to travel around Fiji, so that was a really great thing. Param took us everywhere, we shot everywhere, and the locations, came out beautiful. And I think one of the biggest thing about this movie is that the cinematography was done so well by Param. Like his vision and the way he wanted to put the film out there, the locations he chose gave the film that extra level, like that extra, big sort of movie feel instead of just like a homemade thing. So it sort of put it on the next platform. So all credit goes to him. He really did his location hunting really well. He really busted his backbone to get this thing, to get the show on the road. And I think all of us put a lot of hard work in as well to pretty much get it out there. So it's a great project, and the reviews have been really good overall. The story is really good, which was also, I guess, written by you as well. And I think the biggest thing, it's a very realistic movie. So don't dekhe a movie, whether it's from Fiji or overseas ke, especially in the Fiji Indian community, everyone can relate. Uske ladka ke sath shaadi kari sa, uske basis se kuch raha. Or otherwise, people who are living in Fiji, visa shaadi kari sa. So there's all these like little elements in the movie that everyone can relate to. And I think that's what makes a movie a big hit, is when someone watches it and they can relate to it.
About it.
And they can talk about it, and they can talk to their family, friends. Tum ula scene dekha? Ula uske sath hai na? So that makes it a hit. And so in my eyes, I think it's a big hit, and that's the review we've been getting, and it's been a great experience. So thanks for the opportunity.
Excellent. Sadhuji, aka Krishnil Noyar.
Well, myself Sadhu. Okay, I think this was a very good experience of mine. First time to be in front of a camera. Well, I've watched a lot of Bollywood movies, but personally, I thought that it was an easy task to make a movie. Well, when I was actually in front of the camera, things were really difficult, and we all, as Shazli has mentioned, we all put in our hard work, and we all pulled through. It is I would like to let everyone know that whoever watches this movie will not regret it, even though there are some positive and some negative comments about the movie, which is totally fine. But then again, we should come to realize the fact that when we did this movie, it was the people that worked in the movie, whether it was the cast, the crew, we were all from Fiji, or were Fiji born, at least. And it is a great achievement as far as I can see in the coming days, because I personally have not watched any locally made movie in such a broad context yet, a successful one. I've watched quite a few local movies, and I think this is one of the best ways to, because most of the things in the movie were like almost natural. And while doing the character selection, I think most of our characters were related to our personalities, as far as I could see. And thanks to Param for supporting that in us. But all in all, I would like everyone to wait and see for CKB Team.
Zaid, thank you.
क्या कहे CKB के बारे में? Definitely, I saw the movie. Param has done very well, and it's definitely worth watching twice or three times altogether. And Param is one director that gives you the flexibility to sort of develop your own character in the movie as well. And yeah, he's been a fun director to work with. अगर कुछ गलत कहेंगे तो cut.
I suppose you've acted in Indian films, Bollywood made films as well, so you've got that experience of working in 3G, which is a big budget film, and then you're working in film like Chatai Kaha Vichha, which is merely a zero budget kind of film, so you get that broad experiences of filmmaking, and you will be working with all the other people here as well, so you can frankly speak. Not because I'm just sitting here for a cut and action. I think it's good to be honest.
Honestly speaking,
it's a learning platform for me as well, no? Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if you compare other big budget movies, even Bollywood movies, I don't think CKB is far less, compared to them. Even you've seen movies being made on $1 million budgets, US $1 million budgets, but they don't cut the mustard basically. And this was what basically was worth watching from beginning to the end. Sabhi ka acting ठीक था, and I think hopefully this will get attention globally, and hopefully it will
Right. Brazil.
For me, I personally enjoyed showing my talent in drag. Drag is not really recognized in Fiji, but I got an opportunity to show my talent in drag, which this movie might be a low budget, but it was a big platform, especially for a person who does drag like me. So I really enjoyed acting because being a male, I got to show a female side, which was a very naughty one actually, and hardly people get to see that. So it was really fun actually. And
I really to the budget apes movement.
So I really enjoyed every bit of it. It was a great learning experience, as well as it enabled me to identify my acting talent, and probably in future if I get a chance it would be much better, I guess. So thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you. Suren bhai.
Wonderful, sir.
Wonderful.
Well, for me personally, it's like a dream come true, and that you can only get at Dream Studios. Thanks to Param.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much, Param. I think we talked about it when say I want to give you a small role and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, maybe before that you'll be going through a lot of rehearsal, this and that, so that tension starts to create. I said, don't worry, just come and I'll tell you what to do. It's like that, and I think it was worth doing, spending the time, and that's what has it done to me personally. It has put me like I had performed on stages and done some few mimicry other stuff, and this was like a kind of a icing on the cake sort of thing, because we here in Fiji we can't expect to go to Bollywood and do feature and a movie and all that, so only Dream Studios can do that. And looking at the movie, I think it is more natural looking, and you can see there's not much makeup, right? If you see, we know there are a lot of movies made, but you see they do it makeup or they create scenes in the background and all that. This is just flows. There's a flow in it, and it keeps on going, and you know that we are close to nature, and people are like ordinary people. They are what we Fiji Indians are like. So it's a good thing for all of us, and also people have enjoyed. I have been receiving responses. One guy told me, hey, maybe next time I have to make an appointment to see you. And I had a response from a family of mine in Auckland, say, oh, it's a wonderful movie, and they have seen more than once. Actually, this nephew of mine knows Krishnil. Say, hey, I went to school with him. So Sadhu is doing good. And likewise, we have other people who know us, so it's good. They can see some talents in you. I think it has been a real wonderful opportunity.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny.
And yourself,
I'd like to say the movie was very nice. I watched it twice. First time I saw it, took me 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I just went to bed. Second time again, saw it. The movie is interesting. And one thing I have to point out, Rahul brings some realisticness, like the way you talk and communicating with you, like that's the thing, that's the spirit. But it was wonderful, and I appreciate your talent and your hard work. All of us.
Well, guys, CKB was made in a very low budget, and I think a lot of people have a different idea about it. No? They're thinking because it's being marketed in such a way, people are looking at it in a different perspective. People are saying कि oh ये लोग के makeup नहीं है, ये लोग के कपड़ा नहीं है, लड़की तो एक कपड़े में फिल्म बनाई दी से बने ना. But a little things like that when you hear from people, and people don't. I think people are missing the story of the film. I don't know if it's written for a higher level. I don't know. I mean, it's written by me, but understanding level शायद नहीं है. I don't know, but it's actually a story about Amitabh Bachchan and Rekha. And people said कि कहानी अमिताभ बच्चन कहानी कास्ट एंड में शादी कर ली से. But people should also know कि आजकल अमिताभ बच्चन और रेखा जिंदगी में शादी नहीं करी. So the story was actually based by that, about that. And an answer to a question saying कि why चटाई कहाँ बिछाऊं? How does it relate to a film? कि चटाई कहाँ बिछाऊं is a household comedy for so many years. बोले कहाँ ही नाम चूज करा और कोई नाम नहीं मिला रहा. These people are making comments. But I think I'd like to clarify that कि चटाई कहाँ बिछाऊं. Simply the answer is in a question. The question is the answer is within the name of the title. Where do we lay the chatai? कहाँ बिठाओ चटाई कहाँ पे बसेरा होगा. So similarly, the parallel meaning of that means कि लड़का के कहाँ लड़की मिली कहाँ शादी करी. That's how it's actually related to the film. So I think a lot of people had this misunderstanding. छोटा छोटा चीज जो film में मसाला है. For some reason, it's a Fiji film, but they have not adapted to it. And I think we should actually, tell them, hey, this is the film. See it as a Fiji film. Don't see it as a Bollywood film. It's pure entertainment. Don't worry about technicalities. Yes. यहाँ ये है, वहाँ वो है, वहाँ वो है. एक कपड़ा पहने नहीं कपड़ा. But if you watch the film properly on that scale, if you went to film school or something, कि हाँ okay, character के follow करे से character के कपड़ा का है, one कपड़ा है. एक कैरेक्टर के कपड़ा का है चेंज में है. why is this character playing like this? If you see it on a film level, writing level, then you'll understand, I think.
Of course.
But other than
But
that,
it makes sense.
it makes
Why
sense.
she's
Yes.
wearing that.
Yes.
घर से भागी से
घर से भागी से हैं, ना, लड़की झूठ
Yeah.
बोल-
So it makes sense.
So these are the little things I think we need to clarify people basically because so many Fiji films has loose plots जो यहाँ पे बना है,
Right.
so people could not put it together. This film is you watch, you follow, you know, totally follow the film and
difference
you
about
till
this
the end.
film. It's very tight.
Yeah.
You know.
We did an alternate ending to this film. So there was an alternate ending we shot, and you guys, I'll let you guys tell me about the alternate ending. What do you think of that ending and this ending?
That's been actually one of the biggest feedback too about the ending. A lot of people have made comments, you know, like, oh, ending थोड़ा सा weird रहा या फिर
तो सपना देख पूरा सपना देख ली.
फिर से सपना है, इसके बाद देखो रहे हैं कि कौन सी. So that's been a big conversation.
There's a question
topic.
mark in
Yeah.
people feel what's going to happen. No?
But the other one that we had shot
Hmm.
was, you know, so
Ladka ke
yeah, so he ABG goes back to Australia, and there's a bit of an emotional scene at the airport, and he tells me that he's gonna come back for me, and you know, to wait for him. And I'm obviously distraught, and I'm like, you know, Billa, maine chhodi, tum jata main chhod ke, and all that sort of stuff. So that was the other ending, which then obviously can link to a CKB 2 as well, if you wanted.
But which one would you prefer if in your you guys have seen the film? कौन वाला अच्छा लगे? Personal thoughts?
Personal thoughts. So I prefer the one
I don't
that is
know.
in this movie actually.
Yeah, I
mean
think-
it leads to part 2.
Mm.
People would want
Yes.
to see what happens.
Yes, yes.
Now what actually really happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alright.
I mean they both lead to part
Yeah.
2 as well. But yeah, I actually think I prefer the one in the movie.
At the movie.
Yeah.
हमने DVD में रहे alternate.
Because it is a little bit of a like a shock to the audience, you know, because acha ye kya is, you know, deep tatra. Like no one would expect that at all. They would want that perfect, you know, white horse, you know, with the prince
शादी
charming,
होएगी घर.
that perfect ending. So
Yeah,
this
but
is a bit of a
idea was
shock.
for you to make something different, right?
हाँ.
Yeah,
Not what people are used to.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
decades what they're watching.
yeah.
And then this thing, ending that way, might open our way for the real story to happen in a different way.
Mm.
Right. It could be totally different.
So the option is there, huh? So
See, for these 4 characters, they knew throughout the film की ending कौन सी है और कौन सी हुई. Whereas you people, you only did one scene and 2 scenes. Did you guys know what was happening in the film? तुम लोग को पता था कि कौन सी हुई. आप तुम लोग देखा है film. So give your vision because these guys के तो वरी नहीं है. They can give their vision because they know the film. No? But you guys only came for that particular एक रोज के shoot रहा आपके. And now that you see the film, what do you think of that? कि have we justified कि film है कि कचरा है whatever, you know, बैठ के आप film देखा अपन time निकाल के ना, not just because you've acted but as a viewer, give us your view as a viewer. जैसे कि आप बैठ के film देखा कैसे लगा? Honest opinion. ना?
I think it's better than some of the other movies we see come out of big budgets and big casting. It's more entertaining. For me, I knew what's going to happen in the end,
Oh, you
but I didn't know the other part.
starting. And Brazil?
I personally enjoyed it because it came as a surprise. Most people expected they might get married and things like that, but suddenly he wakes up and we realize it was just a dream. Because normally, scientifically, if a person thinks about something, is bound to think, dream about that thing. So no one really expected that. So it was a good surprise because I think we Fiji people, we watch Bollywood movies and mostly it ends with a cliche. It's the same thing repeated again. But this movie, it showed something unexpected. So some people find it hard to digest it. But eventually, I got a lot of positive response. So I personally really liked it.
And Zaradai?
Well, it was very interesting for me to finally realize that all that action happen in a dream. So yeah, in that case, it was interesting to see myself, in a dream, and sort of. I think it was almost like we're taking her for a logo or something. Me and Ashwin. Yes, seriously. So that was fun. And I think the alternate ending is interesting because sooner or later the psychology of dream is such that you make up dreams with people you've seen, and so you've met characters, etc., people in real life, and then your mind conjures up for something next time as well. So yeah.
You haven't spoken.
Yeah.
It's your time now.
Firstly, I have to say thanks for this movie, Mr. Param Sivan. Thanks for choosing this title, Chatai Kahan Bichao. There was a time that I was in the school, primary school. People say, which movie you want to see? Then people say, Chatai Kahan Bichao. And yeah, it's true. Ira Inam Mr. Param Sivan possible karis. And today we are watching this. And plenty of people have said it's a good movie. Because myself, I used to be in town sometimes. People come over and they used to shake hands and think about this movie, which Param Sivan has made it possible. Overall, this movie was really nice. हाँ धक्का धुक्की तो खाया आई फिल्म में. कभी तो सपना देखा नहीं है. परम सिवन दिखाई देता है. Thanks for him, and really enjoyed working with this cast. Overall, जोन यहाँ नहीं है अभी टीम में. Really miss them.
Especially Ashwin.
Yeah, Ashwin Singh is not here with us, but still we remember. He was a wonderful guy, and we really miss him a lot. And overall, this movie was awesome. I think everyone should watch Chatai Kahan Bichao.
Hey, Kahan Bichao.
I think next time I should bichao one chatai somewhere in Fiji.
Make sure you
नहीं
invite
तो
us.
फिर परम शिवन पता नहीं कहाँ बिछवाई. Thank you.
So guys, it's a wonderful experience myself also, because we live abroad. When we come here, the weather, the working conditions are totally different. There's no crews, there's no equipments here, so it's very difficult for us to make films. Chatai Kahan Bichao Chatai returns, we are actually looking into it, and probably next year we'll be starting to shoot. But before we wrap up, I'd like you to quickly, in your mind, what do you think the film should be? Dimag mein. What do you think Chatai Bichao Part 2, Chatai Returns kaise hai ke chahiye? What do you think?
I like the title, Chatai Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The song's been actually made. It's
Yeah?
already organized a song. So.
Oh, so it's definitely
Yes.
definitely
It's gonna happen.
And this time it's going to be a big
Fully
budget.
met.
This time it's going to be technically good. There's going a lot of things to take. You guys have got the experience now, so
Yeah.
you know action kahan hui kaun chi kare kiske joint thi kahan pakdega. I think it'll be good. But quickly tell me, what do you think? You guys live in Fiji. When you sochta hai ki where should we start with? What sort of a story should we give? I think we're going to maintain the romantic comedy theme.
Yeah. That's
But what do you quickly think ki kahan story chiti? Just a few ideas.
Bit more action maybe.
You want action? Okay. Brazil, what do you think we should do?
I think Fiji people are used to a lot of drama, so a lot of drama will be nice.
Yeah. Sheila ke shaadi karwa rahi. And yourself, Jani, what do you think? Should we make Jani Pagla in the film? Rasta bhatki, dalo boli. What do you think?
Some of the there's some good scenarios, but I think we need to sort of prolong it. So to get more out of those people who are there and see that.
This actually isn't a dream. And you?
I think same bit but little changes. Like in the previous one, villain mangya Paradyz. So we change the scene. We make the gang fight there. That's the normal one, local one. That's realistic.
Action.
Yeah.
Sadhu, what do you think?
Well, as we have discussed that it should be dramatic, and as the trend goes in Fiji, people try to cross lines. So Billa has tried whatever he could do. IBG has tried whatever he could do. One of this time, Sadhu
Getting to that.
Sadhu regarding ಬಗ್ಗೆ.
film ke time, there's something similar to like Cheta Idugo Suruvan.
Shashli, what do you think?
I don't know exactly, but it would be good to throw a bit of a spanner in the works, maybe with a new character or something, you know, that we haven't seen in the first one. What he or she could do is up to you with the creative gods. Maybe Australia's Orkoyaji, I don't know. See, something like that, I think.
Twist.
A bit of a twist, yeah. But you know, it's such a good story. Like I really, you know, enjoyed the actual script and the storyline. So it's nice to try and stick to that. As you said, the genre, the romantic comedy, I think it works really well. But a bit of a spanner in the works would be good. So,
Me, for my ego, I'm still looking for Rekha, hunting down Sandeep and the rest of the gang, and communicating with the Shui. See.
Just a little more addition to what I just said. As you may have realized that Rekha was a centralized character in the movie, whereby every second male was in love with her, hypothetically, right? Including the character Sadhu, because
Generally, Rekha ke situations is real life.
So we could do one thing is explore more on Rekha. Why was she in that particular situation? Why did she run away from home like all the time? Or another thing would be,
Bearing in mind it's all in a dream, so the story has to start from somewhere.
yeah. Well, starting with the story, for me, if I was the writer, हम तो राहुल के फिर से सुता ही था.
तुम देख देता आपने.
Because in the movie, साधु सबटाइम ग्रो करे ना, जहाँ पाया जाए चटाई बिछाई ग्रो कर जाए, कोई लाज कोई शर्म नहीं है. But राहुल उतना ग्रो नहीं करे, तो alternatively, his social dream would be the beer or some other form of alcohol. तो जो निकम से उठे हो, बोले बस में आता है, he looks like as if he's in a hangover. और जब people hangover में रहे, तो लोग बन सकते हैं.
experience about
Experience, बोलता है वो.
And Sandeep, what do you think? What do you think it should start with?
Well, Chatai Kaha Bichao, from the name itself, it's really, I mean, it's fun. And I think part 2 should be more nasty, more hangama, fun and funny. And I think, Rahul in the first part, Chow, the movie ends where he wakes up and he saw all those characters in a dream. So the part 2, I think he goes to work and he starts seeing people. I mean, Sadhu and Rekha and Amit in real. Like he goes to work or bus stand and he sees Rekha and goes to work and he sees Amit there or Sadhu. Should be on. And they should come up with, I mean, you make up a story. I know you do a good job with that.
But it is going to be a fun-packed movie, and of course, while sitting in the plane, I got some thoughts. While looking at locations, I got some thoughts, and Naren Naidu, who's a good friend of mine, is also going to assist me in the next film. We technically will be making sure the film is basically, to be really honest with you, Chatai was meant to be the way it is. We didn't spend money on cinematography, the camera, the sound. We didn't. Basically, I'll be very honest with you guys. It was made on a very minimum budget. So the next film, obviously, technically, it will be much better. Sound, of course, we had some issues. It will be much better. And of course, up to acting experience, so it will be much better to a next level for Fiji, I think. And how Mastigana, of course, is going to do that. And yes, it's cooking in my mind already how I'm going to start the film and what is going to happen. So the characters are jumping into my mind. So I'll be contacting various guys who want to be in the film. Commitment is there. So yes, Chatai is going. On the thought, thank you all for coming, and if you got any words to share quickly, and thanks to the audience that are watching the films, please promote the film. It's a film. See it as a Fiji film, and comment it as a Fiji film. I mean, you can say the right thing. Some people say कि इतना बेकार film है कि we respect your views. ये आपकी ठीक नहीं लगा. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's comedy. अगर आप comedy समझते हो तो yes, watch Chatai. And yes, now you know कि Chatai कहाँ बिछाऊँ, काहे बना है. And we're coming back with Chatai Returns. We sound like Rohit Sethi, don't we? So on that note, thank you very much, guys. Anything else?
Chatai बिछाइए और DVD देखिए, 2 बार देखिए, 3 बार देखिए, and do give it to others.
जब देखना तो चटाई बिछा के देखना. Yes, yeah.
अब करोगे नहीं.
Yes.
Thank you guys, and thanks for coming, and let's pray and wish ki Chatai 2 when we are going to be made, that it is going to be successful as well, and that it goes on the flow and once again completes as a film. And the time is very short. We cannot be, I'm sure we can say a lot about Chatai and the experiences which I suppose we can share. So that's it. Thank you guys.
Right.
Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Visamode and Dula.